Ooh. He's asking you to pet him. He's trying to get your attention. We're all getting old. It's hard. A lot of people are losing animals on their social media right now.
On the social.
And it's like, yeah, I just went through what they're going through, you know? It's just hard. I don't know. I woke up this morning and Luna's eyes were all like her third eye was like, but she's been acting fine and stuff, and then like she goes to sleep and then it's like they kind of pulse with their heart, and then like she comes out. So I don't know. It's where I'm keeping a close eye on her. I'll call a vet tomorrow if I need to. It's always something. I don't have any fun. Life is so hard. It's just I do nothing and then shit happens and then I have to deal with hard stuff and then I do nothing and then hard stuff happens that I have to deal with and then I do nothing and this is my life. And I just and I know that a lot of people are really having a hard time right now. I've seen it everywhere. I've been trying to stay off social media just because I can't handle other people's pain, man. I got enough of my own. And I know that freaking society is crumbling. I know that, you know, how gross people are and that they don't care. I know what the world has become, and that's why less and less I want to be a part of it. And it's getting dangerous because there's so many freaking, I don't know, masculated dudes, toxic masculinity, you know, all this freaking people feeling small because they never did anything to make themselves bigger people because they always got taken care of. Like how many generations, like I see it, I never got taken care of, man. You know, you didn't even have the capacity to take care of me. You like, I was born and they fucking gave you a partial hysterectomy. I mean, you didn't even get to hold me. You didn't even get a chance because these men did this shit without your fucking consent, without your permission. So, ever since I was born, I knew men do what they want, and if they want it, they're gonna do it. And if you don't want to give it up, and you just lay limp, because they're gonna, if you fight, it's gonna hurt more. My whole life I never knew a world that this existed, and it's all these, everybody in society, it's always somebody's brother, uncle, dad, father, son, but they just can't accept that they're freaking, they have the blood of monsters in their blood, in them. I have blood of monsters running through my veins. I just don't do what the monsters do. And it sucks, because, like, my astrology, like, I want to. I'm all fight, let's fucking go, bitch. Let's do this. Let's, we don't have to talk about it. We can be two grown adults fucking rolling around on the ground. You taking blows to your face, your wife, your kids are right there because, you had to be a big man. And I have to defend myself, and they always flinch, and they always lose their shit, They always, I've seen it my whole life, man, just can't, I just feel bad about something, so I'm gonna hit you in the face, So they come after me because they're like, I could hit her because she wants to be a man. No, I don't want to be a man. Maybe when I was 3 years old, I wanted to be a man because it was easier for men when you went camping. You could just go pee in the forest, and you wouldn't have to, get poison ivy on your butt and stuff like that. Go, girl, Luna, so pretty. You coming in? Come on in. Family time. Good girl. It's just my whole, I just have seen example after example of what monsters are, and I just am supposed to play along and be a good sport and not say and talk about it, and the whole time I was collecting data. And they all wear the same brands, and they all hang out together, and they branch off, and they'll go off and work in their own separate places, but they'll reconvene, and You know, they'll drink too much, and they'll do. And this spirit that I'm speaking of, it's not gender specific because it can be in women too. It's not just a man thing. It's a behavior. It's a mentality of me. I just want to do whatever I want. And then whenever anybody questions that or gets in the way of that, well, then there's gonna be what do they say? Hell to pay. Good girl, you wanna go outside? You want to go walk around? Pretty? You go outside? She just has never done this before, but she's never been as old as she is either. Come on. I've been up since 3. You want to go outside too, buds? You want to go outside? What's your girl? Go ahead. Go on. If you're going to go outside, because I'm not doing this stand around thing. Come on, let's go. Here, you can drink water when you come back in. Come on. Go. Go. Back in 2016, back when I was going to a job and was a part of 3D Earth and accepted amongst my peers as long as I kept my mouth closed and went along with everybody else and blah 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 blah. Frickin' what was I saying? Oh, I hated. I didn't want to go to work. Like I was like the idea of going outside, you know, is because it's too cold. Now I don't have to go out to work, and then it makes me crazy because I have no place to be.
That's hard.
It is hard, especially when you have a mind like mine that is always working. It's always working, and I haven't been sleeping. And this morning, I guess about 2:30 or so, the fan, I set the fan because it'll stay warm in here, and then like the temperature drops at like 3 o'clock. Actually, not even that, but later here. But what happened was the fan shut off, and I heard Stan Lee scratch at the door because he likes to get out. He's not an outside cat. It's not good. He's not an outside cat. He'll get hurt or worse. And so I'm laying there, and then like I heard it scratch, and then I didn't hear him scratch anymore. I'm like, well, he relented pretty quick, and then I felt this really cold draft. And I went, oh shit, and I got up as fast as my decrepit body would allow, and freaking turned on the light, and freaking sure as shit, front door was open. And I went over to where the flashlight was to grab the flashlight. I called him a couple times, and then I went out. I called him Stanley, because especially if there's another cat that he runs into, he'll get scared and howl. But that's what he did last time. Anyway, so I came back, got the flashlight, then I went back out, and then I went to the bottom of the hill where my plants were before they got stolen. And then I got and then he was standing there, and he was all puffed up. So this is no kind of way I'm not an adrenaline junkie because I've been traumatized so many times that my body don't know the difference between my cat gets out and, you know, like, it's all the same. It's all the same. My system is always in a heightened state, and I can't even be a part of society anymore because people out there are so fucking annoying and they're so fucking coddled. Like, I open my mouth and they're like, they get their butt so hurt. They get their feelings so hurt because they don't. I'm just like, dude, just like emotionally self-support yourself, and then everything else works out, and people can't do that. They can't emotionally support themselves. I know I was like that. I wanted to come in and someone to save me and take care of me and all that. I wanted that for a lot of years. And then I started noticing all the people that had people taking care of them. But then they had to, like, trade parts of themselves off to get that. And then I started noting this whole system of, like, where people are giving up parts of themselves to live a life because TV and theater said that this is the life that you need to live. And they get people to believe that you can just go around and do whatever you want. And the fact is that people have to have discipline within themselves. I have to have discipline within myself. And most days I don't go out because I don't want to have to deal with freaking me fucking keeping my mouth closed in society that's fucking shit. In Taos, because that's where I live. I'm not really too concerned with anything too much out there. Because out there is never really... I was out there. I was in the war fighting for the freedoms of America. Fucking bullshit. It's all about fucking... buying bombs at really expensive prices so the bomb suppliers can have good lives for their families and have houses in 4 different states, and all their kids can go to whatever and all these people can be taken care of. That's why we kill people over in the desert. That's why. And for bro club stats, kills, their rituals. Like, they get us caught up in shit that we don't want to be caught up in. Some people do. I don't want to be. I kept saying the whole time, like, 6 years, I'm done with this shit. You people are fucking jokes. You're frauds. Fucking United States Air Force. You guys are a bunch of fucking... It's like vacationing all the time. And then they can't even be bothered to fucking show up for their job because they're always at appointments and they always manage to get out of work. And they only really work 10 months out of the year, if you get down to the math. All from taxpayers' money. For free. And now it's like it's gotten to the point, because what happens is, I've seen it time and time again, is that when you allow people to do whatever you want, and that's what, like, politicians do. They buy off police and they buy off all these people. Like, they promise them, and then when you indulge people, if you're good, we'll get you free lunches. If you get that culture, before you know it, police aren't even chasing criminals anymore, but they're driving around in 90,000 SUVs. But they're freaking, they got cholesterol, they got all these health problems because of all the free meals that they got. And that's not all, it's just most. Because when you allow people to give them enough rope to hang themselves, as you know, look around the world, they're doing it. Because all these people had all this power, and what do they do with their power, man? This stuff, it's a slap in the fucking face. Power is a slap in the fucking face for spiritual beings. It's like, dude, it's just, I can't say that. I really want to say that. I'm not going to say that. It's a free-for-all. Nobody's safe on planet Earth, man. Nobody's fucking safe. It doesn't matter who your daddy is. It doesn't matter who your mommy is. It doesn't matter who you're married to. It doesn't matter who you love. Nobody's safe on planet Earth at any time. And it's always been like this. It's just gotten predominantly worse because so many people are going around living that best life. Where's the good in the world? Because it ain't good for people to be selfish all the time. My whole feed is full about stuff I'm not even going to mention, because why should I? Everybody else is talking about it. Why should I add to it? To that collective consciousness. It doesn't impact me. There's so many things that happen out there. And you know what? There's fucking been like traumatic shit that has happened in my roof. And I've asked out there to come in here and help. And out there couldn't be bothered. Nobody out there could be bothered. So I grew up to be a very strong woman. Because I was a very scared little girl. And I don't want to be scared. So I learned how to do all the things that I was afraid to do. But I needed to do. I didn't want to go in the military. I am absolutely one of those fucking people that will not be told what to do by anybody. I am one of those. But what happened was, God said, good orderly direction. Remember when you said that you're going to take care of your mom when you're 15? How are you going to do that? So what did I do? I sucked it up. I did it. I sucked it up. All the years that I sucked it up. I sucked it up. I did all the things that the men told me I needed to do to get enough to take care of mine. Because they had enough to take care of theirs. And they all lied. And that's okay, because I know how a liar dresses. I know the brands. It doesn't really concern me what goes on out there, because what I gotta live with me in my thought process. My electricity boop 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 that makes the thoughts. Because sometimes I want to run off and do my own thing. But always, Mom needs to eat 3 times a day at the same time. Mom needs help going to the bathroom. Because even though we lived here 6 months, she don't know where the bathroom is, even though it's about 5 feet to her right. I think about all the things that I did to honor my commitment to my mom, and we end up back in the same fucking place where she was fucking born and they adopted her from. It is a trip, dude. And I look around, but see, I look at all these people that are relatives. I'm fucking related to probably 1,000 people around here. And that's 1,000 people that couldn't step up to be like, hey, I'll take care of her. Nobody wanted to. So that just tells me, fuck it, everybody throws people away in New Mexico. Why would I think any different? And then I look around, I'm like, dude, they can't fucking care about anybody else. They can't fucking don't even know how to take care of themselves. These people don't know how to take too many years of freaking doing the same thing over and over. And they thinking that their life is good with good enough. And they don't even take care of people here. That's the thing. They take care of people that like to go ski down the hill. Those are the people that are taken care of. They get to take care of people. Why is it that the people that don't have practical skills, that they're always the ones taken care of? I always try to imagine a world where the people that like turn wrenches and shit, that they're like, you know, they got the good comfy beds. But no, it was the fucking languished in the bitches that were out fucking spreading their legs for every little fucking butter bar, you know, that's what the military really is. It's a bunch of fucking people trying to get it in fucking different soil. What people can, and what I'm seeing is people can't live with themselves, and what they're doing right now is they're doing acts that they're gonna have to live with it. See, I can't do any of that stuff. I can't cause harm to other people. I'd rather I'm not hurt my, like, but I'd rather, like, that's why I cry a lot. Like, when I rage cry. I'm rage crying, so, because I don't want to hurt nobody. And I never have. I just don't want to fucking ruin my record. Good girl, you coming pretty? Come on. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Ma, you pet Luna? Yeah. Right here. I don't know what's going on with her. You're pretty. You're gorgeous. Oh, your little nose is so cold. So cold outside. I feel so for so many people. And I'm powerless. All I could do is pray all day. You know, that's all I could do is pray that you know, people have done enough right that right's going to receive them. You know? That's the only thing that has gotten me and Mom through life. Hey, minnow pancakes. And to safe passage, and I believe it, and I will never not believe that, and that's just because I've continued to try and do the right thing. In the world, and fuck, especially Taos, I've lived 3 places, and every place I lived, somebody's stolen something, broken, like, done shit because they don't like me. Like, I don't fucking treat people that way. But this is the whole, that's what Taos is. You know, and it's not just Taos, it's Salem, it's every fucking town I've ever lived in. It's the machismo. If they don't like you, they're gonna cause harm, and I don't want to be like them. I want to find more people that don't want to be like them. My whole life, I've been looking for people like me, and I don't even know if they exist. I don't even think I care. I'm too tired at this point. I do know that I want to have a farm. And I do know that if that is what my calling is, then it'll happen. Benny, why are you sad about it? She good? So people are figuring out what they can live with too. I remember when I was 200 pounds, I was like 207 pounds or something like that, and I thought I was happy because I had the relationship, I had everything that everybody told me that people had in life to be successful. I had all of those things, and I felt so empty. And then I look at back at, like, even the woman I was in a relationship with, like, she just does the same thing with different people. And being a human being is really dumb. I don't really like, maybe I'm not. Maybe that's why I'm not allowed to be an earner. I swear. Where Mom and I are comfortable because we don't live extravagant lives. All of our basics are met. You know, we have and I got enough to share with other people. It's winter and I don't go out. It's too cold. I don't like the cold. I hate the cold. And I feel every time I go out, I feel like I'm in a refrigerator. Oh. Because they want to make it snow for the people on the mountain. So they're always doing cloud seeding. And then it's funny. I was like, because I know this stuff. I mean, shoot. I've been tracking this stuff a lot longer than most people. And Dane, what's that guy? Dane Wigington. He's out of Palisadro. He's in Reading, out of Reading. And he's been talking about this stuff for so everywhere I go, I'm like, always paying it. And I'm always looking in the skies. And what was I saying? My train of thought derailed. in the skies. What are you doing?
I'm looking at the white. It's pretty.
And then after I moved here, like, I'm like, man, they were, you know, and it's always the same thing. And I've talked to other people, like a dude that lived on the Pueblo. He's a native on the Pueblo, and you know, he says the same stuff I do. They spray 3 days, and then it snows, and I mean, it's like I just always try to imagine what Earth could be if it wasn't so fucking contrived, like if it wasn't hijacked, like if it was allowed to do what it's gonna do, you know. But people gotta put garbage in the ocean. They gotta freaking do all this stuff, and fucking God is pissed, man. And he's encouraging people. He's motivated. See, I'm not a violent person. See, I'm not, and I'm adamant about that. I am not a violent person, but I'm down for flipping some tables. I will flip some tables. I will frickin' throw papers. I will throw a tantrum like a child. I will throw myself on the ground. I will beat on the ground. I will hold my breath until my lips turn blue. And if you think I am a fool, I'm just displaying how foolish I think all of the people I'm surrounded by. And how stupid it is that they spent $5.2 million on renovating a building that's taken 2 years for put an elevator in. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just like total racketeering. It's all they outsource. Like, they didn't hire anybody local, any construction company local. No, it's a company out of Farmington.
That's a full one.
Yeah, it's hours away. It's you know, but they got places to live. There's places for them, you know. You know, all that come on is just, you know, that's the thing, is you got the right connections, you can make anything happen. It's just weird that so many people don't want to make things happen for everybody. It's just all about them. Red flags, people chasing money, property, prestige. People tell me where they went to school. Stuff like that. They tell me about their titles. They tell me, I just fucking laugh because I can picture every single one of them out there fucking stranded in the desert going, fuck, what am I gonna do? Flat tire? Then they fucking die because they don't know how to play it. But all your freaking, you know, all your labels, titles, executive, blah, 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 all the importance that they carry around with them. They don't got no smarts. Can't even get himself out of trouble. Not using the smarts God gave you. Using it for that chasing sensations, living that best life. There's consequences to that, man. You can't just go around and do whatever you want to do and all the time, all the times that you want to do it. We just got through Scorpio season. We're in Sag season. Thank goodness. It's I always have a hard time. I want to drink in the winter and get into some trouble. Yeah, but I don't want to get into trouble, so I don't drink. But I have compulsions. I have desires. I have instincts that say, hey. And then all over my FYP, all these holiday freaking, I love like the foo-foo holiday drinks, and they're all over my FYP. Like the candy cane margaritas and all that, all of it. It's just like, and I can hear the bells shaking and the Christmas music on and the Christmas party and it's the conviviality, it's the camaraderie, it's all that. And then fast forward about freaking 8 hours. Freaking women with their like lashes all down the side, like, you know, walk of shame, like, you know, people did shit they shouldn't have, you know. The demons took over, they got carried away. And I remember why I don't do that stuff. Because it don't take nobody to any place good. What? Why don't you lay down, sir? She's up there. Good girl. She just had all of her blood work done. I mean, they said she's totally healthy, so I don't know if she ate something. I don't know. I just hope I wake up and everything's okay. Anyway, I'm seeing, this is like, I think today, what did transpire today, this morning, on that sidewalk in NYC, is like one of those points in the fabric of time that you pull on the string, and then it like starts unraveling the whole garment kind of thing. Like the whole sleeve comes, like that kind of thing. 'Cause it's like what happened when I was in, it was what, 2006, 2007, 2008, when Von Maur happened, and I was coming back from lunch when I worked at West Corp, and I saw like all these police cars coming from several different directions going to the Von Maur Mall, and I was like, well, something happened. And then that kid like shot all those people, like killed like 5 people, something like that. And then, I mean, before that, it was like Columbine. I mean, there as long as there have been schools and guns, there's been kids that have brought guns to schools and shot. So it's just, you know, what we get with the Second Amendment, just collateral damage of them rights and freedoms, but fuck it, they just focus on the wrong ones. It's so stupid. Who that? Tuck, you go get a girl? Come here, go ahead. Go up there. You want to stay there? I help you. Let's see what else. Oh, so, and then I've been keeping track ever since. And then, like, you know, it just became like a everyday thing. Like somebody's getting, what's different between now and now? It's like it's given the wrong people permission to do things that they shouldn't do. Because there's so many different broken psyches out there. And there's a lot of intuitive, sensitive people that are impressionable to energy. And there's so much energy flying around. You know, it's just, there's 2 rules of thumb. If you're hearing voices and they're telling you to do bad things, to cause harm to yourself or anyone or anything else, it's not an entity that, it's not like a cold. You can't just, you know, will yourself out of, you know, positive. There's things that need to be done. And I'm not necessarily all about medication either. You know, and I'm really happy to hear like one talk today. This girl's like, yeah, mental health, it's all psychic ability. I'm like, okay, cool. Go back and watch my video from 7 years ago on ESP. Extra ESP is autism. Like, it's all, you know, either you tune into energy or you tune out. And I found the people that tune out and don't want to have anything to do with it are those of like the psychopath, narcissistic kind. What is wrong with the fucking bit rate? Thank you. Now it's good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I tell airplane exhaust. That's what I tell people. It's not airplane exhaust. JP8 doesn't do that. I smelled like that for years. Hydraulic fluid, all that stuff. Oh, that's the thing. And then they always did it after I moved here. And then I remember in like 2001 or something like that, they put an article out. Because I got screenshots of all this stuff. This says, we want to ask the community if cloud seeding is something. Like, they ask permission, which is so funny because they don't. They're not. It's like you're doing it anyway. It's so ridiculous. Like, you have people that their brains are broken. Their brains are broken from lack of discipline, from too much alcohol and drug use. See, alcohol and drugs, they rot your mind. They make you think that dumb ideas are good ideas, or they'll let you acknowledge that they're dumb ideas, but it don't matter. You don't fucking care anyway. And then it rots your body. It rots your body. I did it for years. I rotted my body. I poisoned my body. I intentionally poisoned my body because because I didn't care. It made me indifferent. And I want to be indifferent. Because when I care too much. And then I get mad because I care too much. And everything's stupid. And nobody's going to do anything to change. So it's like I got to create my own pocket of the world. And then shut the rest of the world out of it. And only allowed some in. I mean, is that what it's about? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Because I tried to be in the world, and the world is just like, no, unless you want to be like us. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be like you. So I stopped being of the world. It's hard to watch people suffer. There's a lot of people suffering out there. There's a lot more people that aren't. And they could do things to alleviate the suffering of a lot of people. They just, people that have always been taken care of aren't real big on trying to learn how to take care of others. It's an inconvenience. It's a bother. It's a drag. Consequences. Life is just learning about lessons, man. And not everybody has the same lessons to learn. My lesson is take care of my mom. Because I came from both sides of a family that always said, you take care of your family. Only we were the odd man out. Oh, Mom.
That's right.
We always been the odd man out. And we're cute, we're smart. Funny, witty. We have a lot to offer. I think that we just, I don't know. Mom always thought she should have been a nun, huh?
Yeah.
That's your past life stuff?
My past life.
You were a nun?
Yeah.
Or maybe your next life, see, because it happens all the same time. Like, we're living our life as it was. It's how I see it. Like, our next life, like, we're living, it's already been planned out. Like, it's our, lives, all these lives before, past. Because we all live everybody else, and it's just all the shared experience. And we're supposed to, like, make it cool for everybody in every 250 years, which we're coming up on. That we're coming up on. That's why it's collapsing, because people don't build anything up with a solid foundation. Like, this country isn't built on a solid foundation. It's literally built on, like, ruins of the last civilization. And, a bunch of freaking weird, perverted dudes with freaking white wigs. All their secret society shit that, had guns. And then took and controlled, and like, their quality of life, like, they didn't live to be that long then. And now it's like the life expectancy, it feels like it's getting short again too. You had an aunt that lived to be 104. You might outlive me, Ma.
What's it?
You might outlive me. Oh.
You have
Then, as long as I guess whoever gets you next, as long as they get your Longmire DVDs and make sure you watch that, huh?
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
You have a presence within you that
They can't be around other people.
you can.
I live unmasked. It's just how it is. It's just, I don't want to deal with the consequences that I know will come. So, I don't participate. Because I'm tired of freaking doing stupid shit and like, I don't know. When I go, because I only go, the only two places, I go to get water and I get food. Those are the two places I go. And it seems like every time I go, it's just like all the hindrance is saved up for me on my little jaunts to do these things. And I just get so annoyed because I know where I'm going. I always know where I'm going. And I'm surrounded by people that are just like, doop-de-doo. They're NPCs. They're just like, they're in the way. They're just like, and they travel so far from all over the place. Utah, California, Texas, Colorado, Arizona, like all these different places just to be in my fucking way in Taos, New Mexico. It's so charming. It's delightful. It's so nice. And they have absolutely nothing to fucking contribute to the community but congestion. And this is for every small town, little tourist, little fucking spot, little fucking could be cool but not because of the fucking dumbasses that own it. The bro club. Can't fucking stand it. Can't stand it. So I won't be a part of it. Maybe in the spring. But they all can suck it. Their little stupid little meetings. They don't have any ideas of their own, so they're constantly begging the community, please come tell us how we should fix the community, because we don't fucking know, because we were born and raised. And we don't see that there's a problem with it. I had an occurrence the other day. I went to Big Five and I got these like athletic pants. Oh. They're like Under Armour. And I was like, holy shit. This whole fucking business, Big Lot, this thing, they live from like camping gear that they sell to freaking homeless people and shit. And to selling like sports gear to the local high school. Like, that is what the system is. Systems are made for people that don't have any practical skills. So they create the system to help people. So employees can work for the county, the state, all these agencies. They're all still getting paid. But look at society. It kind of tells me collectively, ethics aren't a thing, and more people are watching YouTube, because I used to see it all the time. When I was in tech support, I'd go around to cubicles and I'd be like, dude, when I'm at work, I am working. I am constantly working. I am moving. I am constantly working. I am a workhorse, and then I'm supporting people that aren't. But yet they got paid more than me. They got better benefits. They got better parking. Like, I got all the better perks. But I had the ability to fucking sustain their job. And now, and then it's so funny, because I'm such a broad spectrum, it trips me out. Because I've always been the spiritual being. More on the spiritual side than the earthly side. Yet I still managed to interject all myself all the way up into some of the most prestigious events people could do, only to figure out it's all bullshit, it's all pageantry, it's all political posturing, it's all script on a paper, it's all exercises, it's all pretend until it's real, it's all art imitates life, imitates art. It's like how many officers are freaking are dropped, would not be allowed into, wouldn't be accepted into Hollywood. They couldn't act, so they became a lawyer. That's what my brother did. It's all fucking pages on a script, all of it. And none of it does any good for anybody because they just serve themselves, as we can see with the direct results of society collapsing everywhere, all over the place. It's not going to happen in America because America's not going to get off its fucking couch. Dude, I did not know what a fucking thing video games were because I don't play video games. I think about getting one to help pass the time. I played an Atari before it. They always kind of... There's one time when back in my Alice days in the 93, young kid had Super Mario 3. And I'd play that, and I remember playing that as I was tripping. And the part where the little white ball was, like, it was, the tracer made it a solid circle, so I was like, I don't know where to jump. That was fun. Well, you know, you gotta evolve, or if you keep these practices, have them still be more productive and, you know, still do things for other people, like take the old ladies, the neighbor, like there's the old senior ladies, take their garbage out. Like there's always stuff we could do for other people. People are so closed off. They're like, no, my shit is my shit and their shit is their shit, and that ain't gonna fix nothing on planet Earth. People really have to proceed with caution. There's so many just emasculate, just mad men. There's just so many angry men, and they're all angry about the same stuff. I've seen it my whole life. It's like, dude, you need pats or circles. Like fucking shit, dude. Like I'm more inclined to help women. Well, you got to be careful these days because you just have to have your wits about you on planet Earth. That's well true. You just have to have a wits about you, and you got to you got to know what crazy looks like. Mm-hmm. People look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, I look at my face every time I do one of these videos, and I'm like, how don't have a crazy face? Like I don't know. But then I'm like, Marge, you're a reflection of them, of what they got, the thoughts in their mind. That's well you know. Right. It's the way it is. I always been a real monogamous person, and yeah, I don't like sleeping around a lot, having a lot of partners and chasing. It's gross. It's fucking being a human is just weird. Anyway, But, that was going to be a funny story, and I can't remember what it was, because Ricky Martin, my head hurts so bad. There have been times where I wonder what it is, because I have been unaccepted for my kind, and I've been embrace for my kind. People just are not real down with specifying on what kind of thing that they think I am. And I have been the first time it happened that I knew about it, because I'm not good with social cues, a husband and wife wanted me to go home with them. And I was like, and I believe that energy shouldn't mix. And I believe in that if two people are committed, that they should be committed to each other. And if you want to be with other people, you shouldn't be committed to each other. Yeah. These are my beliefs. And when I was in Oregon, this chick kept staring, like I could feel her looking at me, and a girl that I was there with, I said, why is she like, it's making me uncomfortable. And then it was on the way home or something like that, and she wanted me to go home with her or her husband they both wanted me to go home with her, and then the husband wanted it so he could go off with some other woman, because that's what they don't care, like they don't. It's all so gross. It's all so gross. And now we're living in Babylon.
Babylon?
Yeah, whole world. You know what's interesting, Ma?
What's that?
Is that when I was little, like, Grandpa and Dad, you know, like, they all, you know, like, when you're little, people look old to you. But even when they were younger, they still looked old. And now, like, the generations, whatever they're calling them now, I don't care. They're also, they're so young. Like, they're 30 and they look like they're 12. And then I'm finding out all these guys, like, all they do is play video games. Like, and then they go to their job and they think they contribute to life by making enough money to pay their bills so they could sit at home and play video games. And then people want to know why, like, population numbers are going down. Well, that's not really appealing. Like, I mean, when I was growing up, the idea of a man was like a dude that took care of his family, and didn't beat him up too much, stuff like that. You know, made sure there's enough food on the table, didn't go out too much, didn't drink too much, carried on, and now the definitions of that have vastly changed. Now you can just, to be a man, you can just go down to any quickie place and get an operation. Be a man. Like, I don't get it. It don't make sense to me. It doesn't really matter to me what people have. It never has. Like who they are, all their titles and stuff. It always mattered, like, how they treated other people. I was always concerned if everybody had enough. I've been like this my whole life, and it's only gotten worse. Now more and more people have needs. Like, people do not know how to take care of themselves. Like, I don't know how I manage. It's because I listen to God. Yes. Is how I managed to get us here.
Yes, that is true.
Because I listen to my intuition, the sense that God gave me.
That's true.
You know, I hope people tune in more to listen to what God and God to me is just good orderly direction, just doing the right thing.
Right thing.
Helping out when you and where you can.
Where you can.
That's all. But people ignore. They drive past people all the time. All the time.
Right.
They just because we've been that person.
Right.
We've been that people. Just walk right on past. Just I don't exist.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you're really, you must be on your way to your really important thing in Taos that you gotta do. Like, fucking shit. Like, I couldn't get a ride to, like, how many times in my car did I have to pick up my car from the shop? I didn't have nobody to fucking give me a ride to the shop. How many fucking cookies? Like, I don't do things to get good favors because I know, you know, the good favors aren't fucking given by people that I know. I just put goodness out in the world, and that trickles out.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm trying to show other people how easy it is to be good to people, and they're not learning. They're not learning. So, more of the same. Here we go, and Marge stays home more. See, you know what? And I've thought about that. On the other side, Native Michigan, is that how they deal with morons. You convince. See, that's the thing, is the social part of it. Like, I forget, and I don't know how to do that. Like, I would like to. I think it would be fun to engage with people through consoles, and they talk and stuff like that. And I think people would like to listen to what I have to say if they didn't have to see me. Because for some reason my face triggers people. And I just even been talking recently about getting a Nintendo Switch. So I look at them on Amazon Prime, or Amazon. I don't have Prime, I just have Amazon. I believe in divine timing. And where I live, if I get it, I'm just lucky to get it. So I've been looking at like Nintendo Switches and stuff because Mario World's games, and I don't know how, but I don't see it. I don't know enough about them. I just have been around other people that did. But when people are just doing that and fucking nothing else, dude, like that's not cool. I understand, like the prince or the what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's lethargic. It's like it helps. Like these social media, TikTok, all that. It helps freaking unsocial people be social.
Oh, very well put.
Is what I've noticed. Like people that aren't good with engaging with others out in the world, that they can't. That they go here and people like engage with them more.
Fresh air.
Yeah, fresh air. Ma, you crack me up. Mom has like 4 sentences that she says. They just all convey different things. And usually they just let me know if she's comfortable or if she's uncomfortable. Are you getting hungry? You still hungry? Boy, it's early yet. I made the rest of that hamburger meat and mashed potatoes. My eyes hurt. My head hurts. Everything hurts all the time. Sure would not be nice to get some rest. I think I'm gonna, and then something happens like my cat gets up and decides he's gonna go frickin' on a walkabout at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's pitch black. It's pitch black. It is so pitch black out. Like, it's spooky. There's fucking shit out. My whole life I knew, like, everywhere I always lit, like, no. One time I was so freaked out about this haunted hill that Mom walked down there to check it out to prove that her faith was bigger than anything fear that I had.
Oh, good.
Do you remember doing that?
Yes.
I was so scared. The neighbor kids had me all worked up because the ghost. And Mom's like, I'm gonna go walk down. Oh, I play a game that is live. See, that's the thing. What console? What console is it? Is it PlayStation 5? Is it PS5? Is it I mean, I don't know the live consoles. I guess I could look it up.
The first one.
PS5.
Yeah.
That's a pretty girl.
The first one.
I don't know. See, because that's the thing. And then I know a kid. He was my old neighbor at the first place we lived here. I keep track. I wonder where he's at. I hope he doesn't go down the wrong path. Last night he's up in like Minnesota and he plays live. But I hate freaking shooting shit and stuff like that. I don't like the shoot 'em up games. PC. World of Warcraft. Okay, I know of that game. Okay.
It's easier than that.
I know that of that game. PC. That's what? Mom's great. Mom, you want to say hi? Mom just turned 74. Here, come up out of the dark. Show people you got a pulse. She got new slippers.
Whoa.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
That is so nice. That is so nice.
She's like, she'll sometimes she'll look at me and go, am I getting taller?
Yes.
That's what she'll...
Don't shrink.
She just turned 74.
Don't shrink.
Traumatic head injury back in 1989. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh.
She's still with me because I practically made her live in a bubble. I got this new oral rinse.
An oral rinse.
Oral. That's what I go swish, 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 swish. She
one.
has to go because the idea is to do it for 2 minutes. We're trying for a minute.
Okay.
Because I don't think my mouth could do 2 minutes, and then up to 10.
10. Mm-hmm.
That probably won't happen. But yeah, on the 28th she turned Thanksgiving. They recognize Mom's birthday this year. But we don't do that colonial shit. I can't, like, I'm like, why? My Native American blood, like, it makes me want to spit out turkey. Like my DNA won't allow these things. And the first part of my life, like, I went along to go along to get along. And now I'm like, no, it's stupid. Like, the turkeys want to live. Like, they don't, and it was a massacre, and it's savage, and then you bring out the savage. People do shit and then bring out the fucking savage in us, and then tell us we're fucking heathens, when the shit that they fucking do bring out the savage in me. Is I'll turn some tables, and I'll say things to you that when you go home that night, you're gonna see my face saying those things to you. It's like my face like burns into people's minds, and then when you wake up the next morning, you're going to see my face, and you're going to think about those things that I said to you. And that's going to happen probably 2, 3, but then it'll taper off. And that's the thing, is I'm here to tell the borough brats, like my brother is one. That's how I know that they're scumbags. That guy, my brother, makes more than the fucking governor of California. Look him up, Office of Parole, State of California, Jerome A. Hessick. It'll tell you his bar number the whole day. And if you ever do meet him, and he asks you, what has my sister ever done? You could tell him, well, she tells stories about, like, the day the bar results went out, how she worked at Creighton, in radiology, and you gave her the bar number, and she just sat there and refresh until you got your results. Like, I mean, I got a laundry list of shit I did. He threw us away because he doesn't want the world to know that he's a monster. And he's a monster because he threw us away. If he would have just helped when I asked. Oh, Benny, are you under the blanket? Oh, Benno, good boy. It's a Marge, thank you for saving me life.
He likes to do his kid.
You okay, girl?
Good girl.
You tired?
This is for you.
You go, girl. See, her mouth isn't hot. She doesn't have a fever. It's like she ate something or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a chocolate chip.
Yep.
She got a little toxin.
Oh. That, and then it goes all through that, and then the light.
She's okay though. I mean, I'm not gonna freak out about it. See, but I'm here to. God brought us back to the place Mom was started out from, so I could teach people, like how much they can endure to take care of their people that they love, because I did it. And no help from any fucking agency. No help. I didn't get any advocate. I didn't get any casework. I didn't get nothing. I couldn't get food stamps in this stupid town. So it's really, really, really disingenuous when they act and they pay themselves. They live such comfortable lives for saying, we care. We care. We're going to do this because we got to protect people. We care. We're going to use this for this, and we care. They don't care. And I'm telling the whole world how much they don't care. But see, people like me, we don't make videos. That's why you're not going to ever, like whenever I see something happen in the world, there's like somebody does a video about it, the event, and then somebody else does their take on that same event. And before you know it, there's like 1,000 people saying that, like, verbatim, blah, 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 blah. We're the same thing. La, la, la. Because we all went to the same schools. We all at the same restaurants. We all like the same sports teams. We're all in the same program. Well, I am not part of the same program. So there is not demographics. There are not people like me. Because people like me don't do videos, and I go against my own nature to do these stupid things, see? Just so the whole fucking world knows, oh my God, there's people like that out there. I was the only one who stayed with my mom while she was on her journey. I know how you feel inside completely. A lot of people do, and they can all tell you the same thing. The system ain't designed to help them. The system ain't designed to give me a day off. The system ain't designed for a spa day. The system ain't designed for me to be autonomous. The system ain't designed. I don't like eating all the time. I don't like eating. I'm funny with food. Food is weird for me. The older I get, this shit just only gets weirder. Mom likes her consistency. So it doesn't matter how I feel or what I want. Or if I want to go to Santa Fe and go shopping. Or maybe go down to Albuquerque and get some fucking top bullshit. All the shit that fucking people do to fill their days. And so when people, like, you know, everybody else is just getting to experience things in life that I just had to experience too young of an age. No utilities, no running water. I know what that's like. All the hell that fucking they're going through. Like, I know what it's like to be homeless in the freaking winter and live in a trailer with busted out windows because mom's boyfriend got us evicted. Like, I know what it's like.
Wow.
Like, I know what it's like. I know what it's like. And all these people were just like, I guess, lived in, like, born into these environments where they were just so taken care of. And then everybody comes to the point where, like, it's like, shit, I got to take care of myself, and they don't fucking know how to do it. It is good practice of me taking care of mom. It helps me take care of myself better. It does. It makes me take care of myself better. Good boy, Benny. Good boy, Benny. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Where are you trying to go? You want to go outside because Tucker and Luna went out? Good girl.
Oh, wow, that's pretty.
I was just getting a drink. Anyway. I know what I can't. Maybe that's what these people are doing. Is like maybe they didn't do all that they could for the people that they loved, and now it's like, but see, you know, with all the stress that I've been under in the last 7-8 years, with like potential homelessness with my mom and dogs, and just like the ups and downs with the dogs and their health getting old, and mom getting old, me getting old, just like in the world falling apart around stuff like that, and just trying to continue on my path of the light and staying on the right side of the light, not succumbing, you know. Just don't punch him in the face, Marge. Just don't punch him in the face. Just don't punch him in the face.
Moving on.
You know?
Moving on.
Ugh.
It's cold, huh?
It's not so bad over there. Good girl.
For sure.
You getting so fresh as air, see, girls? Huh? I got a vacuum.
You did?
I need to vacuum. I haven't vacuumed, and I bet there's like dust and dander. It's like giving them allergies too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Catching.
Yeah, I got all kinds of ideas to make systems. You know, like for people that play video games, like home health care.
Yeah,
Like people that, like putting people that have like what is systemed out, a foster, like there's a connection between elderly care and neurodivergence that like how do you say it? Like foster kids
foster
that
care?
didn't have,
Oh.
like something happened to them and they lost their they lost their parent, stuff like that. There's a connection there. I just don't know. I can't say it right now, but there's definitely a connection there. Because you know, a lot of not neuro, because a lot of people play video games are freaking, they're fucking rad healthcare givers. I mean, because like you, how many you played video games while you did that to help you stay sane, right? Like, people do stuff to stay sane. See, it's more. See, my life has been so nutty. It's insane that like people ignore and pretend like this stuff. That's what's insane to me is that all of these weird, gross things have been allowed to perpetuate to the level of grossness in which it's read, just because people have been complacent. And I'm not a complacent person. I never have been. I've been agreeable. Well, no, not complacent. And so it's not okay. And now more people are saying stuff, and that's great. I am unapologetically me, so that other people around can like, oh my God, if she can dress like that and say whatever she wants, I'm gonna tell my husband no, I'm not putting in my butt. Nutty is our country and the path it picked. You're absolutely right. Nutty is our, and see, and I'm trying to not be nutty. I'm trying so, but I go out and I'm just like, this is nutty. This is what's nutty to me. Like they have parking meters in downtown Taos. It's $1 for the first hour and then $2 for, fuck you. I'm never gonna pay parking in the town in which I live. You can suck my butt, decorum. You could just like, it's just for number, okay. There's a $6 billion surplus. That's $6 billion of budget money that the state of New Mexico has that they don't know what to do with in 1 year.
In 1 year.
It's a weed state. Nobody should be paying state taxes. Like, it should be one for the other, but they have become so gluttonous in their ego and so just more like they're playing video games and they're like they're collecting all the gold coins but they're not. It's for themselves, and it's not for themselves. They gotta fucking divvy that shit out to the fucking people that they're gonna have to walk down the street with. And in Albuquerque, like, people are shot. Like, it's already it's never not been the Old West, because people just can't come into the fucking, you know, modern civilized behaviors in fucking New Mexico. They've been, I mean, shit, Zorro-land, I mean, it's all fucking corruption. It's all scoundrels and freaking Freemasons and all of it. It's all the stuff that I'm adamantly is pointing out is what is wrong with systems. Nepotism, hiring people just because of who they are and that they don't have the ability to perform the job, and, you know, work around shortcuts, slackers, all of it. That is New Mexico. And so other states have just like, hey, we could just do nothing too. And all these people everywhere, they're just like, hey, we can do nothing, and they're collectively doing a whole lot of nothing. And then when some serious shit happens, they're like, well, who's going to save us? The people that you're surrounded by that are doing nothing? And then that's when people get to figure out what their human spirit is about. Survival. girl.
Did you see Penny?
I saw Benny. He just came in
He came in to
from
see you.
outside.
Yeah, he
It's
came in.
cold out there. How fucking cold is? See, I just want to have a place where people can hang out. You know,
Yeah.
not do their booze and blues. That's not what it's about. It's about like God. I need to fucking crash. Like, oh, I'll go over to Marge. You know,
Oh.
need to do like where travelers can come. That'd be cool to have like a bunch of people I watch have them pass through.
Yeah.
Use the amenities. Do live streams from Marge's.
Yeah.
Man, I have Marge's. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, well,
They could do laundry, take showers, get a haircut, work on their vehicles. You know, their dogs could play with other dogs if they're so inclined. If not, that's cool too. They can have their own, like, you know, space to retreat off to.
yeah.
Everybody's doing their version. I just want to do my version
They're standing.
of what I think.
There he goes.
I like to make such places comfortable, like for the cat, for instance. I just like to. You know what? The flowers were here, and I put them out during the day. But she could be. It could have been the no. I don't know. She's okay though for now. You good girl? It's stressing me out because you're also old and I don't even know what to do because I love you the most. I love you the most. She says I don't have a fever. Everything's okay. The poop shit is clear. And then there's like the Aurora, the one mini horse or donkey. Some chick that George is going to. She walked out and her animal had just dropped dead.
Oh,
I think it like ran into a fence head on and it was having neurological things, which happened to a pig that my brother had with his practice wife, Penny. It freaking it ran at something and then it cracked its skull and then they just had to. It was sad. It was terribly sad. Oh. I mean, these things happen. Like, freak accidents happen. Life is fragile, and people don't treat it like it's fragile. They treat it like they're disposal. Like, they got nothing to lose, and because they don't value their life. So they don't value other people's lives. They're figuring out how to value life. I'm seeing a lot of, people on their fitness journey. I think I'm one of those people that's like you can eat anything. I don't eat fast. We don't eat fast food. Our fast food is what? Ricky's, and that's Greasy Spoon Diner. That's not Taco Bell. That's not Kentucky Clucky. That's not. They're putting a Whataburger in here, but I don't care about. Like I make a better burger. I don't need to buy like I do, you know. Every now and again, I'll go to that Lotta Burger place, but I'm iffy because people are iffy, but they had a cherry milkshake that Mom really liked, so I'll have to go back and get it just for. I just remembered I'll get I'll take 2 cherry milkshakes, please. See, I don't. That's why Mom and I just share stuff, and then I feel like I'm not getting that much sugar, or she's not getting that much sugar, just a little bit. That if we share, because sugar is like I had to learn sugar. If the first word is sugar, do not eat it. When I was like 4, because we were hypoglycemic. Ma, why were they taking my blood test like that when I was 3? I still eat fast. As a matter of fact, when I was in basic training, I'm the shortest. I was always the shortest, and I was always last to sit down and the last to eat. Because I'm the shortest. Everywhere I went, I'm always last. So that's how I'm so good about reading people. I have plenty of time to sit and watch how people act when they don't think that anybody's watching. I've been doing it my whole life. But I was in basic training and I was sitting down one day and I scarfed down my food because I eat fast too. I'm a real fast eater. And I don't know if I ever noticed anybody else eating as fast as I do. I'm a fast eater. And I was in basic training, and the one of the TIs comes up, and leans down, and they say, you can slow down. They say, you can slow down. You have time to eat. You can slow down. And I was like, I just flash, like,
Yeah.
I just acknowledge, but inside I'm going, I wish I could, but I really can't. But this is how I'm programmed. Because my dad was a dick.
Your dad?
And a judge made me have to go see him.
Oh, wow.
And then I'd have to go see him, and he would do things like, if I didn't finish my food before he did,
You wouldn't eat?
he would take the rest of my food if he was still hungry, and he thought it was funny. Everything was funny to me. I'm being a dick. Look how awful I am to my own daughter. You know, so I wish I could slow down when I eat, but it's just something that's kind of in me, you know. And the more I like it, I grub, like. I've had women that said that they thought about, they considered leaving their husbands based on how I ate an orange. And I was like, I don't know what that means, and someone had to explain it to me. Yeah, they were just kidding around with that. Somebody actually said that to me, but it was, but I didn't, and I really didn't know what it meant until somebody explained it to me. Yeah, food's weird. Yeah, food is an inconvenience. My safe food, I always did cold hot dog sandwiches, and it had to be that they couldn't cut the hot dogs and put them the wrong way. Like French's mustard or a wheat bread. Yeah, it had to be. Because it was consistent, and my whole world was inconsistent. I didn't have nothing in my world was consistent, so I was adamant with my food securities. That okay, well, if I can't, nothing can be said, then I want a cold hot dog sandwich, and I want it on my snuffleupagus, placemat, my special plate. I had special things because we had to dip out so many times. I can't tell you how many times we lost everything. So things have just become things. I did find my necklace.
Oh, good.
I lost it the other day, and I intentionally looked for it today, and I found it this morning on the Artie's towel, or on it Artie's. Artie always hung out with me when I took showers and when I went to the bathroom and stuff like that. So I'll never wash that bath rug because it has him on it. The dirt from his feet, and he's in heaven. So I don't want to wash the rug.
And he's in heaven.
Yes, that pair was a real beep. See, but a hard day at work, it never paid off for me. If I was a man, it would have, but it never paid off for me. I never got paid what I was worth. I remember I wanted to play the trumpet. So I'd go down to my grandparents, my father's parents, they're all Freemasons, and ask them to, do yard work. And my grandfather had me going out. He had me literally raking up rocks. I was literally raking up rocks. Did it for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Did what I went inside. It was hot, went inside, said okay. And then he gave me a $10 bill. And I was like,
that's not.
And then, no, Ma, it wasn't. If it was one of his grandsons, they would have got, twice that, they were in the will. I wasn't. It's just, I never had the same advantages as everybody else. Never did. And I used to think I was really ugly because the way people looked at me. And then I'm like, I'm not ugly, they are. It's more an insight thing, I think he was telling me. Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, because it does. Because I am a hard worker. I'm the hardest worker I've ever met.
You are.
And I try to make fun. I try to make like things fun and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm just like, I'm so disappointed in this stupid country because like I bought into the same bullshit because I watched MASH too and stuff, and and all the stuff that they said was true is a lie, and now the lie is falling, and the truth is prevailing, and I just think of what's gonna, after everything goes to hell in a handbasket, after everything falls apart and all the freaking dust settles, however long that takes, and we step into the age of Aquarius. See, that's what people don't get. It's the age of community. It's for everybody. Coming from the age of Pisces, and Pisces are kind of, full. Speaking from full experience, we're full spectrum energies because we're at the end and we feel all of them. We're all of them. And I got a stellium in Pisces, and life is very uncomfortable, and there's a lot of ways that we can make it a lot more comfortable for a lot more people, and that will trickle up and make things easier for a lot more people. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Cause I worked more hard days, and I'm still working hard days, and it's paid off for me. So that is absolutely true. My step monster would
Your step monster?
yeah, one of those times that we'd go down and yeah, one time she made liver and onions because we hated it. Like, it made me gag. It makes me gag. The smell, it makes me throw, like, oh God, it's so awful.
Yeah.
And she made it, and we didn't make dinner, and then, like, the next day, and then, like, I got in trouble for having a bad attitude because my face said it was gross and all this stuff. It's just like, why do I have to go through so much effort to be treated so badly? Because we had to fucking go down there, like, go right on buses to just people just suck. They just proved to be shitty fucking human beings. And so the next day, she's like, oh, she was going to make it up to us by making us milkshakes after dinner. And I was like, okay, that's cool. We drank the milkshake, and I'm like, man, this tastes funny. Oh, girl, frickin' put the liver in the milkshakes. It's just like, yeah, people, but they think it's funny. And I gotta be a good sport. So, I don't know. I think all in all, I made it to a place that I have more peace than I do chaos within me. Because I know how to meditate, and I can always just dip out and meditate, connect to source, or try to. Sometimes the energies just fled through so much, I can't. I'm just like hanging on to planet Earth. I'm just hanging on so I don't fly off. Whoop! I don't have any Earth in my chart, so it's terribly, terribly turbulent in my world. It's a fun ride. Anyway, you getting hungry yet, Ma?
Yes.
Yeah? You need to go to the restroom?
Yeah.
All of these things? Hold on, let me wrap it up. Drink some of that. Alright, that's about all I got